All right, y'all. I'm gonna wait till everybody gets on here and we'll get started. You already know, Colt. You already know, and you did not talk to Beetlejuice. You need to quit with that. Ridiculous. For those of you who don't know, so the other day, Colt Kilbane tried to show me that he was FaceTiming with Beetlejuice, not the movie dude Beetlejuice, not Michael Keaton, like the cool Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton's cool, but he ain't Beetlejuice cool. He tried to rib me like, bro, I know. Come on, you can't work a worker. Come on with it. Let's see. What you guys think about? Tell me some good wrestling stuff right now. What are you guys watching on TV? Anybody watching WWE? I assume a lot of the internet wrestling community is watching AEW tonight if you're between 18 and 40 and you're a guy. So I figured I'd get on here at 6 before that comes on at 7. Don't want to spoil you guys AEW tonight. So that way you can do both. Jose, what's going on, man? I thought you weren't going to be on here. Shout out to Brent before I forget. Thought you had to work tonight or something. How did you work that out? So what's going on AEW tonight? Anybody know? 10-man tags, 6-man tags. CM Punk. I kept waiting for the internet wrestling community to tag me yesterday because I said Eric Bischoff was better than CM Punk. I was very disappointed in you, internet wrestling community, because only a couple of you tried to backtalk me. That's because everybody knew what I said was the truth. You cannot compare CM Punk and Eric Bischoff. You can't do it. One's talent, one's a promoter, of course. But the talent seems to think he knows a little bit more about the business than Eric Bischoff, and that's not true. And guys, don't forget, CM Punk didn't even like wrestling for years, and he didn't care about a lot of his fans either in that time frame. I don't think so. Chris, what's going on, man? Chris said Danhausen. I do like Danhausen. Yeah. I can't remember what happened. I tried to book Danhausen a few months ago. I think he was booked or something. But I really do like his character. I think he's great. Oh, hold on, y'all. Margie Georgina added me on Snapchat. Do you guys ever get those weird names that add you on Snapchat that you know aren't real people? And then they're like, hey, check out these pics or come watch my webcam or something. Like, get out of here, y'all. I ain't buying that. It's like Snapchat telemarketers. Jose says CM Punk cares now because he missed the money. That's got to be what it is. That money was only going to last so long, and he was not making it in MMA. Let's not forget about that. Oh, Large Marge. What's funny is, story back whenever, I don't know if you guys saw it, but whenever we did our version of Pee Wee Herman in San Antonio a couple years back, Jack Swagger was on that show, and it ended up being Jack Swagger and John Morrison in the main event as they were fighting over John Morrison's bike, which was actually really Retro Randy's wife's bike, and they ended up breaking the bike, which was, couldn't believe it, but Jack Swagger rode out to the ring doing wheelies doing pumps on the bike. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on our YouTube somewhere. And, Jack kept insisting the whole time that he had to be Large Marge. He's such a funny dude, man. Let's see. Hey, Tony, what's up, my dude? Why ain't this charging here? Hold on, y'all. It says my computer ain't charging. I got to figure this out, or this ain't gonna last very long. Hey, why ain't this working? I don't know, guys. This ain't looking good because I'm not technologically savvy. Of course, it's plugged in, but something ain't right. Hold on. Now I push something else. I don't know how to get off here. Some kind of like news feed or something. I don't care about that. I only got 8. Why ain't this working? Hold on, y'all. This is serious. Does this work? And I make no. This makes no logical sense, y'all. Here, hold on. Wait from here. Right. See what happens. This isn't good at all, y'all. Solar powered laptop. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Man, hold on. Let me go grab a charger.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, look who it is, everybody.
Stop, bro. I don't know what's in.
You didn't even look at it.
Well, if it's plugged in.
Try to call my son down here because he's more tech savvy.
Bro, why don't you try turning on your Has your charger been working?
All right. Well, thanks to my iPhone, we are back in business. I don't know what happened to my computer, and that's really bad. Let me try to catch up on these. Hey, Jared, what's going on, man? Danhausen could have very well cursed my laptop. That could be true. If we were back at Hastings, what horror movie would you recommend I rent tonight? I don't watch horror movies, man. How about Nightmare Before Elm Street? Wasn't that like the most generic answer ever? Hold on, I'm trying to get acclimated to these settings. All right. Real funny, Ray the Bay. Do you need me to bring my charger? Yeah. Where were you at a few minutes ago when I needed it? My outlet is bad, needs to be replaced. Nope, not the outlet. It must be my computer, which is not good because that's what I do my DJ stuff on. And if Tony Snow, he knows all about that. So there you go. And I didn't buy it from Wish. Tony, if I bought it from Wish, it wouldn't even be in yet. Let's see. Yeah, Mark, that charger is a jobber for real. All right. Michael said, any plans to come back to Corpus Christi? We've never been there, bro. I wouldn't have anything against it if it made sense, though. I like that down in that area. We just showed Robstown one time. It was pretty good. We had Chavo and Rey Mysterio and Colt Cabana, Selena De La Renta, Katrina. Can't remember who else was on it, but it was a cool show for sure. I'd definitely love to do a show in Stillwater. We actually, it's funny you bring that up, Jason. I actually had where'd my ink pen go? Great. Just great. Oh, there it is. We actually I'd proposed a deal to do something in Stillwater. I forget what it's for now. I think it's Tumbleweeds. You know what I'm talking about? The Tumbleweeds place. And I actually forgot to get back to them, honestly. So that's on me. And let's see. What's up, Jason? And nope, Rocky, no more Irving for now, buddy. Jose said, "Bring world class to Oak Cliff." Man, I actually did an appearance in Oak Cliff one time. That was actually a lot of fun. I appeared at the YMCA there. Good times for sure. Anytime we get to see the kid, or anytime you get to see the kids and go speak to them and stuff, it's always fun. When will Chavo be back in world class? He was supposed to be back this month, but he had some things come up, and then he was supposed to be back in June, but then he's going to be in Italy. And come on, what would you rather do? Go to Italy or come to world class? I'm going to take Italy myself every time. I'd be like, hey, Eric and James, you got to hold down the fort. The boss is going to Italy. So, that's where we're at with it. I want to go ahead and touch on something real quick since we're about 17 minutes in, even though I missed about 10 of it. Guys, don't forget this Sunday, if you're in the Wichita area, we'll be back at the Cotillion, but it's going to be a very special show. It's going to be a tribute to Jermaine Johnson, who recently passed away. And, it's been tough. It's been tough on a lot of us. That's one reason why you guys haven't seen a lot of me lately. And I've been umpiring the hell out of some baseball, which ain't really my thing, but you got to get in where you fit in. So, it just seems like this year there's been a lot of people pass away, first it was Nitronis Ateo this year that started off with us many years ago. Ling passed away, the referee out of Tulsa. He's worked a show for us before. Scott Hall worked for us a couple of times, passed away, of course. And but Jermaine was definitely the hardest out of all of them. And so this show means a lot to us. If you're in the Wichita area, please come out and show some love. All the money that we collect outside of paying the venue will go straight to Jermaine's family. All of us are donating our work for that day. And so it would really mean a lot, guys. And the cool thing about it, I'll put up some links online after this. If you cannot make it to Wichita, but you still want to support Jermaine's family in this time of need, you'll be able to donate money via PayPal, Cash App, whatever. I'm going to go through and see what autographs I have that I haven't used or that I haven't sold yet. People like Jimmy Hart, Jake the Snake, people like that. I know I have some laying around, and if you donate $25 or more towards Jermaine's family, I'm going to turn around and send you one of those autographs. So, if you can support us, we'd really appreciate it. Or if you can support his family, because, they sure could use it. But it's going to be a cool show. We're going to have a Jermaine Johnson, the first ever Jermaine Johnson Memorial Battle Royal, which will feature people from numerous companies. It's very cool, all the people that are coming together for this, obviously world class, but there's also American Wrestling Revolution, our brothers up in Kansas, PCW, United Underground Wrestling, XWE, BCW out of Guthrie, just a whole bunch of companies coming together for a great cause. I mean, anybody that knew Jermaine will tell you what a great dude he was. So please come out and support that show because it's for a great cause. Outside the Battle Royal, which you'll see a lot of people in, probably there's going to be people on the show you guys haven't seen before in the Wichita area, but I assure you it's going to be just as good as any other world-class show. And the meaning behind it makes it as good, if not better, than any of them. You're going to be seeing Luke Langley, the Smoking Ace. He will be appearing in action on this show. Lights Out Jordan Jacobs, who you guys haven't seen in the Wichita area, but anybody from Oklahoma can vouch. Jordan Jacobs is the real deal. He was, when he worked, he was one of the best workers in the state. Great talent. I forgot Mid-States Wrestling too. Jason Jones, my boy. So they're doing a match on the show, and it's going to be Jason Jones and Blue Bolt versus Toxic Masculinity. All I got to say is, the boss, I can't wait to see the Space Cowboy Jason Jones in action. Let's see, American Wrestling Revolution. This match is going to be a banger too. We got Prince Chris Bell versus the Mullet Daddy Johnny Cove versus one half of the World Class Tag Team Champions Colt Kilbane. That match is going to be great. I think it was Chris and Colt. I know it was Colt. I think Chris was in the match too. I just saw them in another triple threat a couple weeks ago in Hoisington, and my boy Derek's AWR promotion, and man, that was a good match. If you guys in Kansas, if you haven't checked out American Wrestling Revolution, you are missing out. World Class comes to your area every 3 or 4 months, but American Wrestling Revolution is a top promotion in Kansas, and you should look them up. XWE will be putting out Kuda versus Ray Leon. Keep your eyes on Ray Leon, people. He has so much potential, so much potential. I mean, that dude could become a major player in Kansas wrestling if all the cards fall accordingly. Also appearing on the show, we got Gideon Bain, Bad Brad Michaels, Johnny Z. Johnny Z, in case you guys don't know, one of the top promoters in the area for numerous years, over a decade. Johnny Z led IZW in Lawton, and they were the top promotion in Oklahoma, so far ahead of the game in so many ways. Production value. They were one of the first people to do pay-per-views around this area, back when people weren't really familiar with that. So Johnny Z, big-time player coming back to the game. Sean McEl, who one of the best managers in the game. Angel Williams, the return of Ray the Bay. You'll also see a world-class match. I'll be teaming up with Tigo to take on Flex Zerba and Niles Planque. I'm really looking forward to that match, man. Anytime that I get in the ring with Flex Zerba and Niles Planque, it's a good time. And, of course, Tigo, we've teamed together tons of times. I remember a few years ago in Wichita, Flex Zerba beat me senseless and put me inside the Christmas Story bunny suit, which I still own, and which occasionally I still put on for Easter for our kids. So, thanks for that, Flex. I've really put that pink bunny suit to good use. And remember, guys, if you cannot come out to the show, I will be posting links for you to be able to donate to the show, and we will be able to, you'll be able to donate so we can give that money straight to Jermaine's family. And let's see what we got here. Let me go back and try to catch up on some of these before we move on. What's going on, Ray? And Jose said he's a busy guy with Young Rock talking about Chavo. Yeah, man, Chavo really, he's done well with those. he was doing, or he did the choreography for Clothes, and he came on and he's doing Young Rock now. Chavo's really leaving his mark in Hollywood, and that's cool because, you got to learn to do things outside of just wrestling. So, I mean, that's very cool for him to get in that business. Jason said, I'd love World Class to come to Whitesboro. We've actually looked into that before, too. You never know, man. You never know. Jason said, I work with the owner at Tumbleweeds in Stillwater. We could run some radio ads to promote. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I need to get back to him because I had a good idea for it, and I think it could work there. Tony said, World Class house show in Italy. Yeah, if only. We could always dream, right? I mean, I think we pulled off some crazy stuff in our years, but who knows? Maybe that'll work out too. Let's see. Mark said, is June 26th still happening in Wichita? No, Mark, we moved it to July 24th. One of my guys, this is cool if you're in the Oklahoma area. One of my guys, Rad, is putting on a Comic Con called the Oklahoma City, I think it's Oklahoma City Pop Culture Con. I could get that name wrong, but if you look it up, I'm sure you'll find it. It'll be at Remington Park in Oklahoma City that weekend. So I decided to opt to push our show back into July. So that way all eyes are on him. Some of our talents want to work that. So that way it works out for everybody. You got to be a team player and work with each other. It benefits everybody involved. Tony said, do you wear your World Class referee shirt when you ump games? Bro, so everybody keep this on the down low. But whenever I had to referee that show, I don't even remember what month it was. Maybe it was March. I don't remember. It was either the February or March show. No, it was March. Yeah. That was actually my basketball official shirt because I don't have a wrestling referee shirt. So that actually was my basketball shirt. My dude Clark said, Jermaine was one of the most generous and welcoming men I've ever met. Miss that guy very much. Clark's one of our main camera dudes, been with me for a few years, and I think a lot of us share that sentiment. There's we all love wrestling, but there's a lot of things more important in life than wrestling, and the people in wrestling are one of them. And so that was a big blow losing Jermaine to a lot of people, like I said earlier. Matthew said, will y'all still be doing the Booker T RVD show? At this point, I really don't know. My impression was that I thought we were doing that, and I really don't know. It's kind of up in the air. Scotty said, I haven't seen that forehead in a while. Bro, it's looking good. Hey, got a little tan on that forehead, It's not getting any smaller. The more the hair goes, the bigger the forehead gets. Final Hours Ministers says, come to McAllister, I think. Man, if you live in McAllister, if you're talking about Oklahoma, go check out NCWO. They got a good thing going there. They're doing really well. So if you're in McAllister, do that. Matt said, hello from Topeka, Kansas. Matt, me and my buddy were just talking about Topeka the other day. We'd like to get up that way. So maybe that's in the future. Roy said, can't wait to see y'all in San Antonio. Yeah, we're looking forward to coming back to San Antonio. We haven't been there, probably, I would say, since 2019 for that very weird Pee Wee Herman show. But it was so much fun. So much fun. These comments just, it's hard to run game off your phone. Rocky said, what about bringing World Class to Texas Live in Arlington? Rocky, we've actually had that talk too. They ended up just not being interested in wrestling, I think, because they do some kind of MMA there. And so that kind of interfered with it to some degree. Some people don't realize that MMA and wrestling aren't the same products. Maybe Texas Live were those people. Jose said, Jerry Bostic versus Gideon Vane in a first blood on the altar match. No. Oh, that's funny. My son thinks he's funny and wants me to tell you about the history of my broken laptops and chargers. Yeah, I've gone through a few. Hopefully this one hasn't bitten the dust, but it doesn't look promising. Oh, my man Kobe, what's up, bro? One of the best referees in the game. Yeah. And Ty Leak says, it's World Class related to SWE Fury? No. Got a lot of love for my man Tom, but no, we are not related in any way. And, Tom has a big show coming up in Las Vegas, Ultimate Women of Wrestling. Yeah, Ultimate Women of Wrestling. It's at the Sahara Casino there. So, if you're out and about in the Las Vegas area, check that out May 21st. Um, let's see. David said, definitely trying to come to Sunday Jermaine's tribute show here in Wichita. David, we really hope you can make it out, man. Jermaine and his family, we all need to come together strong so we can support them as much as we possibly can and help out. It's crazy to think Jermaine passing away at the age of 38. I mean, never take life for granted, guys. Not just your own, but the people around you, the people, your friends, your family, the people you work with, because tomorrow definitely isn't ever promised. And then stuff like that is a harsh reminder of those things. So, just always be thankful for what you got, the people you got. Tell them you love them, be good to them, do what you need to do. David said, might be only a $10 ticket, but I'll be there. Man, every dollar helps, guys. Like I said, I'll post the donation links afterwards, and every dollar helps. Even if it's $1, $2, $3, $4, it adds up. So any support we can do is great. Dang, Scotty, that's crazy, bro. I hate to hear you had a heat stroke. What's crazy is, we just came off the Rose Rock Festival Saturday, and a couple of years ago, I'm no stranger to a heat stroke either. A couple of years ago, I had a heat stroke there, and it was crazy, man. That was probably one of the most scared times I've ever been. I was so scared. I remember they'd like take my tights off of me and stuff. I thought I was fixing to die, honestly. So yeah, I've been there, bro. I feel for you for real. Jose said, book Kobe versus Pee Wee Herman. Man, if only. If that was a reality and doable, I'd be all over it. I got a lot of love for my man Kobe, and I got a lot of love for my man the Pete. Rick said, still waiting for a show in Ardmore area again. Yeah, Rick. Well, Ardmore's a fickle town. You can't come there too often because they won't support it. That's just how Ardmore is, and I'm cool with it. Ardmore's really good every 3, 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. But doing a lot of frequent shows in Ardmore, that it just is what it is. But I got a lot of love for Ardmore and the surrounding areas. I always will. Rocky, you already know, man. It's like me, you, and man, why can't I think of his name? Me, you, and Eric. That's like the ring crew, bro. Merrick McMichaels from AWR. Will the boss ever step up and give me my match? Punk keeps swerving me. Bro, please. Please. Trust you don't want it. But when you want it, I'll serve you up. Not only will I beat you, I'll take your company too. How about that? Catch me outside. Danny said, can't wait for North Richland Hills. We're really looking forward to it, man. I really need to get my butt in gear for that show. Like I said, it's been a rough few months, just some of the stuff that's gone on. And then, like I said, umpiring baseball turned out to be it's been a blessing. It's been almost an everyday thing. What's going on, Sean? Hope to see you Sunday, bro. No, David, we won't need any help Sunday. We actually have a crew that comes in and does that. I was going to tell you guys about some updates on World Class Oklahoma while we're on here. So we will be back in Oklahoma in August. I haven't determined the location yet. We got a lot of really, I think we're going to try to go back and hit almost every town that we used to do. I think World Class Oklahoma started off being something that we might do every now and again, but I think the schedule's actually going to pick up for that. So all the World Class fans in Oklahoma, get ready, because we're coming back in a major way to the state, and we'll be all over the state just like we were before. Man, it was cool. Dude, it's always cool doing Rose Rock. Rose Rock's a cool festival. If you guys, even if World Class isn't a part of it, you should check it out if you get around Noble, Oklahoma. Always fun. Man, there was a lot of good talent on the show, a lot of promising potential, and a lot of people, and it's good to see that, man. Like being from Oklahoma, I love seeing the talent that I saw Saturday. I thought there was a lot of really great people out there, man. It was very cool coming back, and we got a lot more for you, Oklahoma. Let's get on with North Richland Hills real quick, and then I'll come back and hit some more questions. North Richland Hills next Saturday, next Saturday, May 21st at the NYTEX Sports Center. An amazing venue, amazing people running that thing too. We come for the first time. We'll be having Kyle Hawk versus Wayne Black in a tables match. Maddie Rinkowski versus Mia Friday. The Howlettes versus the Diamond Dogs. Sam Stackhouse in action. Fuego del Sol versus Khan. Tim Storm versus Franco D'Angelo and Nigel Rabbit. World Class Original, the last working member of the original World Class, Action Jackson taking on Gideon Vane. That ought to be wild. There's a lot of good stuff going on. Let's see. Highlighted reply said, I'm sure they can use a show in Seminole. Actually, man, one of my buddies, Oscar, is starting a promotion there called Majestic Championship Wrestling. So, make sure you check that out in Seminole. They're a good group. Pop Gill. Is that your rap name or something? Pop Gill. I like that. Any chance you'll come back to Colgate? We've actually had the discussion about coming back to Colgate numerous times. It's just got to be something that lines up date-wise and something that works out for the school. They ditched us whatever year that was. I think because one guy, I don't think he was really feeling wrestling. And so he's like, we're going to do a car show. And I'm like, oh, that's more power to you, man. I mean, you go ahead and go do your car show. So hopefully the car show worked out for him, and hopefully we can work out a way to come back. Colt says, August is my birthday month. Let's party after the show. Yeah, man, my partying days are kind of few and far between nowadays. We'll see what we can do. David said, need to do a show in Springfield, Missouri. I know a few venues. Yeah, man, Missouri has a real picky boxing commission from what I've heard, so I don't really care I don't care to mess with states like that. Mark said, whatever happened to the Buffet Club? That's a good question, man. Those guys are tons of fun. I think they're still around. I don't know how many shows they're going to these days, but, man, anytime they came to world-class shows in Wichita, we always had so much fun messing with them. They're good people. Colt said, Coco and Cove had a great match. They did. Guys don't sleep on Coco. Coco and the Mullet Daddy, Johnny Cove. They opened up the show Saturday. It was a great match. From there, we went into Control Your Narratives, Tino Valentino and Derek James. That was a good match too. And then man, it was a real special day for me. Got my homeboy Leo Fox came home to world class for the first time in years. That was very cool. Probably one of the most meaningful things that happened to me that day, seeing him again for the first time in years. We kind of had a falling out a few years ago, and guys, never get lost in the fact that no relationship, usually whether it be friendship, girlfriend, marriage, whatever, no relationship's ever going to be perfect, and but life is truly too short, and to hold grudges and to be angry and stuff. And so it was a beautiful moment reconnecting with Jordan. Leo got to give him a big hug before he went out for his match against Sam Stackhouse, and that was great work too. Leo's young in the game still, the wrestling aspect of it. Sam, they went out and had a great match, and then we went into Olivier Vegas and Skylar Slice when we came back for the second part of the show. That was good stuff too. So much upside, so much potential in Olivier. I loved the gimmick, her gear, just very cool, very cool. And then we went into, of course, myself and Wayne Black, and almost beat the money out of him, but he got away. Got him, but I'm sure he'll be back for more. He'll be back. He's a glutton for punishment. He'll be back for this tables match May 21st in North Richland Hills against Kyle Hawk as they continue to do their thing. And it's been a great feud. But, Wayne got kind of out of line, had to put him across my knee, and you know how the boss does it. Had to give him a few bites here and there. I've only got like 7 moves now, but I do them well. Let's see here. Tommy said, bring your butt to the OKC area. I told you, Tommy, whenever you get up and running there, let me know about that venue. We'll see what we can do, man. Mark said, Sam Stackhouse versus Fatu was world-class. Mark, good news, man. July 24th, when we return to the Cotillion after the Jermaine tribute show, we're actually going to run back Fatu and Stackhouse one more time. So everybody in Wichita is going to get to see that match again. That was one of the best matches I think I've seen live. Man, that's probably one of my top 10 favorite matches. That was an amazing match. So we're going to run that one back. Jeff said it was great seeing you this past Saturday. No, well, it's good seeing you too, Jeff, man. Glad you're doing well. I hadn't seen you, man, in a couple of years. So like I said, it's always good seeing people when you hadn't seen them in a while. Pop says it's my grandpa name for the grandkids. My name is James. My wife, her cousin, is your stepmom. Okay, we'll put that together. That was a lot. Rocky said my birthday's coming up June 7th. Oh, that's what's up, Rocky. If we're around the area around that time, we'll definitely have to plug you during the show, bro. When is the next World Class Oklahoma show? It's going to be in August at some point. We're still trying to figure out where. I just got to go through that schedule of all the places we've been before and see what is the most likely or the best destination for us, really. Sean said Saturday was a lot of fun. Yeah, I thought so, man. Like I said, I always love going to Rose Rock. Rose Rock's always cool. Jeff said Sam and Leo tore it down to Nova. Yeah, man, two big guys in the ring moving like they were moving. It was great. Paul said, sorry I'm showing up late. Any news regarding the show this Sunday in Wichita? Yeah, we covered it at the front of the show. We're going to have the first ever Jermaine Johnson Battle Royal. We're going to have Lights Out Jordan Jacobs in action. Smoking Ace Luke Langley in action. Mid-States Wrestling's putting on a match. American Wrestling Revolution's putting on a match. XWE is putting on a match. World Class is putting on a match. And you'll see numerous appearances throughout the night, too. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll also be taking donations for Jermaine's family as well, both online before the show and also at the show. So, yeah, man, looking forward to it, Paul. It's going to be a very special night. David said, I know you're busy, man, bro, but Sunday I got an awesome story of faith and hope that had recently happened in my life that'll bring a tear to anybody's eye. David, I'm a busy dude, but I'm never that busy. So I'd love to hear your story Sunday, man. Let's see. Sean has an idea. He wants to do a hype video to get Gideon hyped up so he can actually win a match. I really don't read these comments until I highlight them. So that's great. I guess has he not won a match lately? I really don't. I probably should know more about that stuff. But, really, like most of the time when I'm the showrunner, there's just so much going on that I really remember most of the time that they're great, good matches, whatever. But, I mean, it is what it is. But that's funny if he has been on a big losing streak. Hopefully he turns it around. But you think he can beat the world-class original Action Jackson? I don't know. And who knows what we got in store for him this Sunday in Wichita, Nate said, had so much fun working world-class Oklahoma Saturday. Bright future for that Brains of world-class. Yeah, man, I really thought so, too. I thought all the way around. I thought from you ring announcing to, the production to the talent, I thought everybody knocked it out of the park, really. Robert said, I'm from Fayetteville, Arkansas. When are y'all going to do a show in Arkansas? Man, we actually had a few stops in El Dorado, if you know where that's at. El Dorado's a funny town. It's a very cool spot. I can't recall the town right before El Dorado, but it reminded me, you ever seen that movie Deliverance? It reminded me of like a scene from Deliverance. There was no cell service. I had to stop and use the bathroom. And so I go in this store or whatever, and I'm like already like tripped out, like, man, it's like I heard the banjos playing in the background. I go in the show or I go in the store, and they had like a bar in the middle of the convenience store. It's like, what the hell are y'all doing, Arkansas? Like, what is this? No, I did not have any drinks. I had a show to run. Come on, guys. But still, I was like, okay, I feel you. Let's see here. Sean said, always wanted to see a Rumble match live. Yeah, we usually do them few and far between. I think there's certain things in wrestling that can be overdone. Like that's one of them. Super kicks, because everybody and their dog does that move now. Poor Shawn Michaels. The suicide dive. I mean, how many suicide dives can you have in one show? I mean, just because if you logically think about it, if somebody's doing a suicide dive, if you're fighting somebody and you see them dive at you, especially if there's 4 or 5 of you, why would you logically catch them? Why? Just some food for thought. Jeff said, even though I've known Stackhouse for years, it still amazes me how well that big man moves. Yeah, and he's getting his due finally. You got to, I think as a talent, you have to get out. You have to get out. you can't stay in one place your whole career because you're not going to be able to expand. You're not going to be able to be seen. You're not going to be able to make connections. And the second that Stackhouse got out, he started doing things, so props to him for doing that. And, it's easy as a talent, even as a promoter, it's easy to stay in the same place, but because you develop like a comfort zone, like anything else, And so, it's always cool to be able to get out and see new places. And, it's funny me saying that because I'm really a homebody. Outside of traveling when I have to, I really don't travel a lot. So, but, I don't even think like our product would have ever taken off if we would have just stayed in Ardmore, the entire time like we did for years, and, so I think you have to get out. And Sam's just, man, his career is just taking a whole new shape now, like the sky's the limit for Stackhouse, y'all. Keep your eyes on him. Let's see what we got here. What's going on, Matt? You guys aren't at the Ardmore store anymore, are you? I haven't seen you in there in a while. Of course, my wife started doing that. Like, miss you too, man. I hope you guys are doing well. My wife started doing that, ordering your groceries online stuff. So I don't think she likes me going to Walmart because I'll sit there and walk up and down every aisle. And I like Walmart, man. Who else likes Walmart? You can go there and look at everything that you don't need. And I usually find something there. So it's probably good I don't go in there very often. Let's see. Walker, what's going on, man? Great job Saturday. It was great having you. Looking forward to doing a lot of good work together. Jeff said that town outside El Dorado sounds like DeQueen, Arkansas. I've never been there, man, but it doesn't sound like I need to go. Gary, you can send your booking information, send your resume, matches, promos, whatever, to jerry.bostic at worldclassprowrestling.com or eric.embry at worldclassprowrestling.com. Sean says super kicks, RKOs, stunners seems to be everybody now. Yeah, man, it's funny. It is funny. Kobe said, Jerry, I want to let you know I'm listening to your sweet voice while I do laundry. I'm cleaning my ref gear for this Sunday and next Saturday. Yeah, man, maybe we'll get another long road trip like we had. I had a lot of fun, man. It was great spending that extra quality time together. Jackie said, any chance seeing Jenny Santana? Jenny is the general manager now for the UWW promotion in Las Vegas. So I think if you can't make that show in Las Vegas, if you don't live in that area or wherever, it's available on pay-per-view at the Title Match Network, I believe. Nate said, lay off that wine, Kobe. Let's see. Oh, my man, Tommy Terry. What's going on, buddy? Just talked to Tommy Terry this morning, man. One of my better friends in wrestling. Always good hearing from my boy. We even go hang out outside of wrestling. That's how you know when you're real friends. They said I still have quit playing games with my heart stuck in my head. Yeah, man, that's what happens on a world-class show. Backstreet Boys are coming out at some point almost all the time. Oh, what's up, y'all? Give Sean props. He got a new job. Got a new job today for a shift lead, which potentially leads to a manager position. Congrats, my dude. Congrats. He said, I heard you talking about staying in one spot. Yeah, I was talking about you, Tommy Terry. No, I wasn't, man. I was just saying the other day, Tommy Terry does a good job in Guthrie. Richard does a good job in McAllister, they draw in good crowds, good crowds. Can't beat that. You just can't run shows in Ardmore. Well, Ardmore probably could be ran every 3 to 4 months like the Guthrie schedule, but, I think Richard's NCWO schedule is a little bit more frequent. Ardmore definitely couldn't handle that. I don't believe. Could be wrong, though. Been wrong many times. Oh, man. Matt transferred to McKinney, huh? That's probably a little more interesting than Ardmore, huh? Tommy Terry says, oh, we got to go to Walmart. Yeah, I don't think Stephanie and Candy would probably like us two going to Walmart together. That would definitely be a fun Walmart trip. You know what would beat that, though, would be thrift shopping. I think that's one of the worst things I could do. When I go to like thrift stores or just anything like that, I'll come home with the dumbest stuff for no reason. James said, any any chance of another show being ran and needed? Man, I don't know. You know, before COVID, we were actually planning on doing that, and you know, it just didn't. I think COVID was the reason that we didn't go back. I really like that venue. For those of you who don't know, we ran a show. We ran pay-per-view there before with Impact, and you know, we were kind of disappointed in the draw, but I think there were a lot of factors that played into that. And also, I mean, at points, they weren't the easiest people to work with. So if we did come back, you know, it would just be us on our own. I don't really have any interest in working with them again. I mean, I'm on good terms with them. And I encourage everybody to watch as much wrestling as possible because, you know, with you guys are what makes wrestling go, whether it be world class, whether it be any other independent promotion, whether it be, you know, AEW, WWE, or Impact, Ring of Honor, TNA, not TNA, NWA, MLW. You guys are what makes wrestling go. Without you guys' support, nobody would be around, right? So, yeah, I mean, I encourage you to watch as much wrestling as possible. Tommy said, Sam Stackhouse is awesome. I'm a huge fan. He gives guys like me a great name. Yeah, man. Sam moves better than I do. Tommy Terry said the Blues Brothers are coming up. That's right. If you're in the Ardmore area, the Blues Brothers tribute band coming up June the 11th in Ardmore. I'll be there. Tommy Terry will be there. It's going to be a great night. They have full band. They're very good. If you didn't know better, you'd think they were the Blues Brothers. So, you know, definitely for show. You know, if you're in the area, come check it out. Hey, Marshall, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Tommy Terry's building a new town next season. Next season. Is this like real sports now? Like, are we going on seasons? Nah, I'm sure you will, man. I'm sure it'll be just as good as what you're doing in Guthrie. Might even be better. It might be good to get out and go, you know. Let's see. Juan said, any chance of getting Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green for the July show in Wichita, Kansas? No. No, you know, Matt's name's actually been tossed around. It's actually been tossed around a lot for a lot of different shows. So I wouldn't rule Matt Cardona out. You know, like it all depends on whether the stars align, and you know, people like him, they're booked so often. It's hard for people's schedules to match up. The thing we have going for us in Wichita that might work out is it's a Sunday. You know, we had that same problem whenever we used to try to book AJ Styles all the time before he went to WWE, and man, that dude was never available. And you know, it's a good thing that whenever that happens because that means the talent's doing well. Tommy Terry said, "We are men. We don't need permission." I do. I'm not trying to go to Walmart or thrift shopping and come home with a bunch of stuff without saying something first. Oh. If you guys are around the Trinidad, Texas area, I'm not sure where that's at, but that doesn't mean anything, y'all. There's places in Oklahoma I'm not even sure where they're at. If you're in the Trinidad, Texas area, go check out Gary Rage Jackson in action. Not sure the promotion, but I'm sure if you look up Trinidad, Texas and pro wrestling, you'll figure it out. Jeff said he's getting ready to watch Dynamite. Yeah, you know, I tried to get on here for y'all, man, to benefit y'all. So that way the internet wrestling community could watch their favorite wrestling show at 7 tonight. Jose said Stackhouse reminds me of a Bam Bam Bigelow. Man, you know what? He does me too. And, I mean, look at that gear, though. I mean, that's Bam Bam Bigelow gear through and through, right? Tommy Terry's. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say it if you weren't going to say it. But, yeah, Tommy Terry's looking to go back to Poto. So, and that'll be good. That'll be good, you know, for the Poto area. I mean, you know, any area that doesn't have wrestling, you know, it's always good for them to get that opportunity because, you know, I think oftentimes people that don't understand wrestling look down on it, but there's very few things that are really all inclusive, and wrestling's one of those, and it's always great for families. I'm gonna go ahead and run this down one more time for y'all before I get off here because I've got some stuff I got to get done tonight. And Colt Kilbane, one last thing. He thought Jeff the Ref moved to Madagascar. Yeah, man. Good news, Colt. He didn't. So you guys can hang out anytime you want. There you go. Guys, join us this Sunday for one of the most special shows we will present, period. The Jermaine Johnson Tribute Show. We got this at the Cotillion in Wichita. All proceeds outside of going to the venue will go directly to Jermaine and his family. I will be posting links after this that if you cannot make the show, if you can afford to donate and it's on your heart to give, I'll be posting links for you to give if you cannot make it to Wichita. So like I said, every dollar counts, guys. Every dollar. It's going to be a fantastic show with a lot of people coming back to show, you know, how much Jermaine meant to them, as well as world-class people. I mean, geez, there's like 5 or 6 companies involved in this. So don't miss that show Sunday at the Cotillion. Tickets start at just $10, guys, $10. World-class Oklahoma will be returning in August. And, oh, what's up, Jeremiah, my man? Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you too, bro. That's one of the things I got to take care of tonight, so I can get off here. It's going to be good times. You know, everybody that was with me on the come up will always have a special place in my heart, you know, even if some of them, even if we're not even on the best of terms anymore, you know, like, you know, whenever you're at odds with somebody, you can choose to remember the good times or the bad times, which, you know, everybody has their own decision to make. But, you know, me, myself, you know, I try to remember the good times because most of the time, you know, those outweigh the bad. So don't get lost in that, guys, because you don't want to have ill feelings towards somebody or leave things on the table with them. And then, you know, something happened to them and then you can't mend that with your heart, or you didn't mend it before it happened, you know, and you just don't want that on your heart, period. So just food for thought. World-class North Richland Hills for the first time at the NITEC Center, May 21st. Kyle Hawk, Wayne Black, Maddie Rinkowski, Mia Friday, the Howlettes, the Diamond Dogs, Sam Stackhouse, Fuego del Sol, Khan, Tim Storm, Franco D'Angelo, Nigel Rabin, Action Jackson, Gideon Bain, Brittany Howland, Jerry Bostic, us. Sure we'll have Kobe there somewhere. I think Kobe's on that show anyways. I don't know. He ditched me not too long ago. Yeah. And, you know, at the end of the day, guys, don't forget to support all your local promotions, not just world class. You guys make indie wrestling go round. And I know I'm not the only promoter that appreciates it. I know we all do, because you guys enable us to go out, live our dreams, and hopefully we give you some really special moments that you take with you for the rest of your life. You know, hopefully you get a lot of memories going to those shows, you and your family both, if you take your family. Be good to each other, love each other. You know, when you get the opportunity to tell people that means something to you and that you love them, do it. Remember, when you come across people that even you might not know, even just smiling at them, acknowledging them, saying a few kind words to them might be the best part of their day. The only way this world's going to get together or get better is if we stick together. You know, spread as much love as possible. Stay off the negativity. If you can't get on your damn keyboard and say nothing nice, then stay off your keyboard. You know, anybody can be a keyboard warrior. You use that keyboard to spread positivity and love. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I be laughing at some of y'all's drama and your gossip on the Facebook. I do. I am guilty of that. But I'd much rather see a bunch of uplifting stuff, and I know a lot of people would too. So, you know, love yourself, love each other, respect yourself, and respect each other. You know, remember, without God, nothing's possible. So, always keep God in your corner too. Irving said, "Will you be moving to North Richland Hills permanently or just for Saturday?" We're gonna see how it goes, Irving. You know, I'm not married to any possibility. You know, we were out looking at a bunch of other places too. So I think that, you know, the future is bright. We'll go wherever our path takes us. You know, I plan on going to a lot of towns in Texas that we haven't been to, so that's definitely on our agenda. But guys, thank you very much for everything. Thank you for always supporting us. I look forward to seeing you guys this Sunday in Wichita, next Saturday in North Richland Hills. Everybody have a blessed night. Thank you guys for everything that you do for us, not just for me, the company, but all the talent too. Like I said, keep supporting wrestling in general, not just world class. And just think about it like this, guys. I got off 3 minutes early so you can tune into your favorite internet wrestling show. You guys have a good night. Be blessed.